had their own thing going. It's like our Civil War, and they had Civil War going. The French went over there and lost their asses.
Yeah.
At least we didn't.
They lost in upwards of 1 million.
Yeah,
Plus.
we could easily have won that war
Yes.
if they utilized the tactics that I was taught in ROTC.
You mean the tactics we employed in,
Yeah, well, yeah.
in World War II.
That's right, and they were testing tactics. We didn't do that. Played their game. I can't remember what I was going to say.
It just-
Oh, I know what I was going to say. The people that were really devastated were the Vietnamese people.
Yes.
They did not deserve that shit. They did not. Those people were good people.
What do you mean by Vietnamese? You just mean the people of the whole country?
The whole country, north and south.
Yeah.
North and south. If they wanted to have their little civil war, which the communists were going to win,
Yeah.
they should have been left alone by outsiders. Because our going there after the French had already slaughtered thousands and thousands and thousands of them, and been slaughtered as well. We go over there, we lose our bunch of people and have serious mental and physical health issues forever. And the poor Vietnamese people didn't even know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
They just, well, this is the way we live.
Right.
It's constant war.
Right.
By outsiders.
And they were good people. I mean,
Right.
they were some of the nicest people I've ever met.
On both sides.
On both sides.
Yeah.
I only met one North Vietnamese face to face, North Vietnamese Army guy. And he was the one that I rescued.
NVA.
MVA.
Yeah, NVA. He was the one that I rescued, flew to, had his leg was almost shot off. Flew to 91st Tobacco Hospital where I was stationed at that time. And he's the one that I watched him doing traumatic amputation on.
Right.
Oh,
That
made you
blood
pass
shot
out.
in
Right.
my face.
So
Right.
he lost his leg.
He lost his leg. They made a nice flap so he could.
What were
wear
you
it.
doing in there?
Huh?
What were you doing in there?
I was curious. I was curious. And I went to see him after he had been in the hospital for a couple of weeks. And I told him, I tried to tell him, I said, look,
Combat medic.
yeah, well, I
Pilot.
didn't wear a combat
Pilot.
medic badge then.
Yeah, yeah.
I showed him my wings,
Wings and pilot.
pilot wings, and my MSC.
You tried to let him know that you
I said, yeah,
brought him.
I
Got you here
Fuck
to
you.
this help.
Man, he went crazy. He got pissed off. He was yelling and screaming at me.
Sorry.
Try that again. There he was, minus a leg, recuperating.
In an
Which
American.
where, from wounds he should never have received in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
Really, that's what it boils
Yeah.
down to.
Sorry.
Do you think he understood?
Huh?
Like what? Do you think he understood like what you were trying
I
to
think
convey
he-
to him?
I think he was so wrapped up in his agony
Yeah.
that it didn't make any difference who I was.
Exactly.
I mean, Dad, they had almost they
Yeah, exactly.
kind of had almost a Japanese type mentality. They were crazy. Some of them. I mean, they were.
Race.
They weren't.
Now, I don't
Is
think
that
they
fair
were.
to
I don't
say?
think they were at all like the Japanese
race. They were home.
kamikazes
Their
or.
home was being invaded.
Yeah,
That's
right,
right.
right.
I mean, here
Amen.
people who
You got
wanted to at least be taken over by the communists or be taken over by the phony governments they had in South Vietnam and live peacefully were never allowed that opportunity
Yeah.
until after we left.
Yeah.
Without
I mean, look,
Concluding
I
the
get
war.
that. People,
Yeah.
people that are attacked on their
now,
homeland.
if you
they-
look up the cities in Vietnam and the commerce in Vietnam and the way they function is exactly the way the USA functions, except that they're a communist nation. They're a communist capitalist nation.
right, That's
and
right.
they're doing a good job of
That's
it.
exactly what China is too, a communist capitalist
That's right.
To a
nation.
degree, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah. No, they've improved a lot. Their mental health services have improved. There are look, that whole region of the world has improved because of capitalism. It has.
Oh yeah, well, there's no question.
They've
about
still got they still have an overarching
Oh,
communist dictatorship,
Yeah,
but they
regardless
are
of-
embracing a lot
regardless of their-
economic
of their political
capitalist-
leanings.
right.
Capitalism has really been the salvation for all of them.
That's right. Well, it has been for the whole world.
It's remarkable though that you were curious as a why
You were
wouldn't you be?
You were concerned about the dude.
Yeah, even like how is this guy?
Yeah.
And he was recuperating, but
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I could understand once I thought about it. That, here,
yeah,
to make you nervous, who I was.
yeah.
I was somebody who was
He don't know.
invading their country.
He has no idea who you are.
No, he had no idea. Well, I think he probably understood that I was a pilot. And I don't know if he did or not.
But Dad, the remarkable thing is that you lifted him out.
Yeah, it is that dad. Look.
Well, we lifted bunches of them out. That was the only one I ever watched in surgery, and the only
Right,
one I ever
yeah.
went to see afterwards.
You weren't a U.S. soldier. You were an ambulance pilot.
That's right.
That's
And
right.
Ambulance pilots.
Yeah.
Take,
I've tried to start telling people that. What did your dad? Well, oh, your dad's a Vietnam vet. Or what did he do? We flew an air ambulance. That's
Yeah.
what I try to tell people.
That's right.
He was a medical evacuation pilot. He flew an air ambulance.
Exactly.
My dad drove an ambulance.
Yeah.
It was a
I was an
helicopter.
ambulance driver.
It was a
that's
helicopter.
right.
That's a big freaking deal in a war zone.
And that's meant to serve everyone.
Oh.
Right,
Dead and
everyone.
injured. Whoever
Everyone.
they put
It's
on the
amazing.
helicopter gets lifted out.
That's right.
That's right. And this damn body count stuff and all that, but got to be such a big thing in Vietnam.
Was
Stacking those
that
damn
was
dead
Lyndon-
bodies.
That was Lyndon Johnson.
Up all over.
That was the Johnson.
Stacking
That
them
was
up,
the
photographing
politics.
them, and
That
putting
was-
them on the television.
That was the politics of it.
It was
Reese.
horrible.
You don't win. If that is your measure, your metric for victory, you've already lost the war.
Yeah. Well,
That's
horrible.
horseshit.
Let me tell you.
If that's your
I've got
metric,
photographs
then nuke the
of,
place.
of U.S. troops in all sorts of different conditions, and I never saw them stacked up. Stacking those bodies up to above head level and going out for several yards, I tell you, that was so gross. That was just so
Yeah.
inhuman and unchristian and everything. Just nasty.
Disgusting.
That was something you saw, or just something you saw pictures of, or
Oh no, I've got pictures. I saw some of it, not much, but I saw some of it.
yeah, that was that.
And the worst thing I ever saw,
Mass graves, basically, is what they're creating.
yeah, I never
No.
saw a mass grave, but these bodies were stacked on top of the earth. And I don't know what they did with them. Probably just left them there. But I was flying dust offs into a battle, and the one battalion, U.S. 101st, was up against a whole damn regiment of North Vietnamese, and they'd taken one hell of a beating, lost a tremendous number, and
the 101st had.
101st had, and they called in. This is the first time I ever saw, and the only time I ever saw, air support come in and annihilate the enemy. And the South Vietnamese Air Force, A-1Es, came in and dropped napalm on their position. And you could, the heat, the smell, it was
On the
unbelievable.
NVA position.
On the NBA position. I could feel the heat in my helicopter.
Yeah.
It was so damn hot.
Yeah.
And it just charcoal all those people.
My God.
You don't. Yeah.
If they hadn't done it, they would have wiped out
That 101st.
101st Battalion, which almost, I guess, a third of them probably got injured or dead.
Yeah, casualties. Ugh. Yeah, fuck combat.
It's crazy. Not what I thought it would be.
No. Well,
I thought I'd feel grand and glorious, but nah, none of that.
it's yeah.
Sure.
Well, it certainly did him in.
Well, how else are they going to get people to go do it?
Say again?
How else are they going to get people to go do it?
I don't know.
If you know too much,
Yeah, if you knew the truth, you'd
Right.
resist. Everybody would have wound up in Canada. Well, with the exception of those who love to kill.
right? You're right. And there are those, but there's not enough to make an
Hell, I
army.
used to
How would you like to have an army full of people
I
that
used to
are
look at
basically
the ships
sociopaths?
in the bay, out at Matrang, Quinyon, and Tuiwa, the ships out there, and think to myself, I could swim out to one of those ships and get the hell out of here.
Oh, what a shame.
Of course.
I didn't lose all that many close friends. Just enough to
Make you remember it. Just enough to make you remember.
Of course I remember it.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, I think more about Freddie than I do a lot of them that were killed.
Freddie, the
Freddie, the guy that's
The guy in the
paralyzed,
wheelchair?
because we were friends before we.
And you didn't even serve with him in combat. You just know that
That's right. I found
You
out.
just know the impact of him on your family
Yeah, well, that and
and on your own life.
I was
You knew
told
it.
I
You
tried to
knew it.
find him before he was shipped out because he was such a close friend. But Gordon, when Gordon Walsh got it, he was testifying on the helicopter. And he'd been my brigade commander in ROTC. And that shook me up a little bit, not a whole lot.
Dad, I appreciate you sharing all that stuff.